Hello, my name is Madeline, and today I will be giving a speech on how technology affects kids. What was your first piece of technology? Was it a phone, maybe an iPad, or a laptop, gaming console? How old were you? I remember my first piece of technology was a Nintendo DS, and I had to be about 7, and I thought it was from another planet because I thought it was so cool and there was no way that this could be real. And now kids think, an iPad, oh, that's not a big deal, because they're growing up with it. Technology is so second nature to kids now, you don't see as many kids playing outside as you used to. I had my first smartphone when I was 13, and I was introduced to the whole social media world, and I haven't looked back since. I find myself becoming way too attached to my phone than I should be. For example, my nieces, they had iPads when they were 2 and 4, and they become way too emotionally attached with them, and they hardly ever go outside. I started thinking about the younger generations and if technology is affecting kids and negatively. I wanted to do some research on this topic and found some very interesting subjects. In my speech, I'm going to be explaining how technology is affecting kids with health problems, social skills, and even bullying. Now that I have introduced my speech to you, let's get into how technology can lead to health problems. How technology can lead to health problems in kids. For one, I found an article I read on medium.com, and there was 2 different studies done by pediatrics providing these different effects on kids. One group of kids, when they were about infants, were set in front of a DVD player and watched movies, and another set of kids was set with a whole bunch of blocks to play with. And tests showed that the kids watching the DVD had way higher anxiety levels and stress levels compared to the kids with blocks. And another thing is that the kids with watching the DVD had a direct link to having ADHD later on. Another point that Medium.com made was how technology causes insomnia and sleep deprivation. A quote from Medium.com is, "An artificial light has the result of reducing melatonin production at night. Light on a computer or a phone is a bluer light and has twice the suppressive effect on melatonin, severely impairing teen sleep." So I know that teens already go to bed later and wake up later. That's just their cycle of life. I know when I was a teen, that was exactly how I was. And even now I notice when I'm on my phone at night, I have a harder time falling asleep. And this is because that bluer light. And at nighttime, your brain needs to be asleep to recover and get ready for the next day. And this can affect that. Now that we have covered some health issues technology can cause, let's get into how social skills are affected. Social skills are going to be affected by technology in kids. For one, parent-child relationships are going to be impaired. This is an article that I read on Screen Guide, and they said that it's causing a strain between the parent-child bond. This is because the use of technology, you don't get a whole lot of face-to-face interaction. Another part in the article states that parents' use of technology around young children can be affecting internal tension, conflicts, and negative interactions with their kids. I can relate to this firsthand. When I try and talk to my mom now, I even get frustrated because when she's talking to her and she's on her phone, she doesn't pay attention. A quote by Dr. Radiksky says, "Children see, children do." So if children see their parents on their phone ignoring them, exactly what the children are going to do. Another thing is phone addiction. There is no face-to-face interaction, like I said previously. Kids becoming mobile device addicted, the more and more they use it, they lead to not spending enough time with their family or friends. And this can lead to that not having a good relationship with your parents. They are only virtually connecting with friends and family. This isn't such a bad thing, but it can weaken the bond with family when their teens are, always on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat because they're not getting that real face-to-face interaction. Technology is affecting kids' health, kids' social skills, and even bullying. The bullying part we will be discussing next. How kids are using technology to contribute to bullying. Psychology Today has an article that gave many different types of bullying used with technology. One is called taunting. Taunting is when someone is being bullied on social media to the point of suicide. A quote from Psychology Today. Teen shaming is another way of bullying, and is when using photos of teens and reposting them with shame comments like slut, fat. Primarily this is seen in girls, but this can happen to anyone. Another thing is cyberbaiting. This is when kids are videotaping their teachers at school of them getting frustrated and posting it online. And another quote from Psychology Today. Globally, 1 in 5 teachers are victims from this, and also can be humiliated and lose their job over not being able to keep their composure. Another bullying thing is happy slapping. This is using a camera to videotape a bullying incident. 1 or more kids slap, hit, kick, or punch a victim. That quote was from Psychology Today. Now that we have discussed all the effects that technology can have on kids, let's wrap up this speech. How many kids do you see attached to a mobile device when you go out in public? Are these your kids? Here is something that I do to help with this technology crisis. When I am visiting with my nieces, I suggest let's get away from the TV and the iPads and let's go outside. Let's go ride bikes, let's play. I even went to the extreme of buying a slip and slide for them this summer, which they absolutely love. I also put my phone away during this time so they know that, they aren't on technology, so I feel like maybe I shouldn't either to get that time away. Back to that quote by Dr. Radsky. Children see, children do. Next time you are with your kids or young family members, try and get them to go outside or even play a game with them. Technology can lead to a certain health problems like insomnia, anxiety, stress, and even ADHD. Also, kids' social skills are being affected as well, and this is with the parent-child bond and the phone addiction. We also discussed how kids are using technology to bully kids with this. I hope you found this speech as interesting as I did, and I hope that you think the next time about picking your phone up.